First topic, actual topic. But Alex, thanks for bringing that shit to my attention. So people break up, people separate. Many things happen in the between time. Marriage, relationships. If you haven't been married, I guess your only context or perspective would be a relationship. So that's fair. You can take it from that lens. Can a relationship survive a break, baby? Can a relationship survive a break, baby? Alex, what you think?
No, an absolute no.
Like hell no?
It's an absolute hell no.
How come?
Well, let me just speak for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just petty. I lack maturity. Even in the spirit of forgiveness, I'm walking around with a reminder of what you did during our break. And when I think of a break, I think of right now we have taken some time to step back, to cool off, to figure out what we want to do. But now that we've gotten back together, there's a whole person walking around. I'm just not mature for that. If we get married, I have to think about this kid has to have room in my house. No, I don't want to. I have to think about them on a holiday. No, I don't want to. I'm just, no.
Okay. No doubt. No doubt. Adrian, what you think?
Um, if it's the man that had a baby, then yeah, I see it all the time. I got a few people who done had, babies on breaks in their marriages, and I guess if it's a woman, but not while she pregnant, it ain't about to happen then. Like, I don't think the majority of men is not going to be with a woman while she carrying somebody else's baby. So it had to be definitely some time after that. But women more nurturing, so they would be more accepting of a outside child like that than a man would. I feel like if it happened while they was just on break.
Okay. Do you think if in a marriage, is it more likely to survive that?
If it's the man who had a baby, yeah.
Okay.
But like if I took a break and my wife had a baby on me, it's a wrap. It's not even possible. I don't care I don't care. So yeah, if you marry, ain't no way. But for men, it happens. Like I said, women, they more forgiving than we are. That's just one of those double standard type things that and men we struggle with our pride and egos and stuff. And even if they love her, or even if I loved you, I wouldn't take you back if you had a baby on me on the break, yo.
Right. Okay. Q, what you think?
I have to agree with Alex and say no. I don't think that it can, especially nowadays, because it is kind of like a constant reminder. Like, you ever think of like most relationships now, to where if you leave the toilet seat up, you're not gonna just be able to walk around without hearing about it every 5 minutes. How you don't put the damn toilet seat down. So the idea that you could have a whole baby during a breakup period, and be able to live peacefully and have a that relationship go long and prosper, I don't see it. I think divorce is way more common nowadays and so much easier for people to do. So I don't think a relationship could last that.
Okay. Does anybody think a relationship can survive a break, baby?
Yes,
Yeah, it happens all the time.
All the time.
Wait, so
definitely does.
you said kinda. Sean said yes. East, you said yes. Poop, you say yes.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, why you think?
Because I have experience with it. All that shit goes away when that girl see that baby. All of it goes. All of it goes
Oh,
away.
wait. You got experience with it. Explain.
I have a son and I have a daughter, and after my daughter was born, got back with my son's mother, and all of that shit goes away with the babies there. All that shit goes away.
So
All of it.
how did it play out?
Well, you gotta have the conversation. I don't want to hear nothing about this. We going forward. We doing this. You got any ill will, ill feelings? We not gonna move forward. Uh, if I feel like you have some kind of secondary slight treatment or something like that, it's a wrap. It's over. So you gotta have a conversation. It's not easy, but of course it's possible. But like to Adrian's point, women are nurturing. They see that baby, they're not gonna have animosity towards a baby.
What you about to say, Ish?
Oh,
Some women do, but some women don't feel like I'm the type of woman. I don't care. I'm going to drop my baby off. You going to take care of my baby while I go out Friday night? Have my baby. That's me. But some women really do care and carry that animosity too. Or, oh, I don't want her around my baby. There's all that drama too.
I think people don't have a real conversation. I agree with you, Isha, but I think people don't have a conversation. Like, I'm not taking the secondary treatment for my kid. I'm not going to tolerate it. Not going to stand up to it. Nothing. So if you feel some type of way, then no, we can't. But I think if you had that conversation, I don't want to say put your foot down, but you are assertive in what you mean. I think that does go away.
And I think the man has to check the other woman too. Right. So as long as he puts her in her place, it should flow smooth between, like him and his partner or him and his wife. But that be the issue. So like, there's no way like one of my daughter's moms will ever come to me and tell me they can't be around somebody. Like, you control nothing over here at all while they're with me. And so I think for that reason, that's another reason why if it's the man who has it, the chances of the relationship working out is a lot higher than if it's a woman.
Poop, what you think?
It happens. A lot of people get back together after having a baby. I don't know necessarily in a marriage, but I think in long-term relationships it happens.
You saying people or the women?
Both. I know a man that I know two men that where their wife had a baby, you call them sandwich babies, like they have one kid together. They broke up, so she had a baby with somebody else, and then they got back together maybe a year or so later. Like Adrian said, it's not while she's pregnant, but the baby's born, and then they spin the block, and they're back together, and they're a blended family.
Okay. Different. B. Can relationships survive a break, baby?
Well, I know this one couple. They aren't together anymore, but they were separated on a break or whatever, and then he had kids here and there, and then they got back together. You said what?
Yeah, here and there. What you mean?
What do you mean here and there?
Yeah,
That's what you said.
He was married while him and his wife were separated. He went out there and had several kids by several different women.
Several.
Bruh. Okay. All right. Now, the marriage eventually dissolved. Okay. But I do know some instances beyond that as well where it worked, and it still is flourishing for the couple. For me, I'm the type. So for me, first off, I don't believe in a break. And you and I, we had a discussion. My thing is, if we're either we're together or we aren't. I mean, it's like a car. It's like a car. Either it's on or it's off. There's no such thing as it's in the middle. I mean, it's on or it's off. Either you and I are together or we aren't. And if we aren't together and you go out there and do whatever you want to do, fine. I go out there and I do whatever I want to do, cool. Second off, I don't take women back. I mean, when it's done and over with, it's just done and over with. I had this one lady at speaking. So, no, listen, this is a true story. So me and her, we were together. And I was feeling this lady. We was feeling each other. She was a lady. And she's like, I think we should take a break. Well, take a break? Well, no, if I walk out your apartment, I'm not coming back. What the fuck? I'm a grown man. Why look like taking a break? I don't take a damn break unless I'm working out.
Did you like her?
Yeah, but when it's so y'all see the goofy side, but I have a serious side too. Listen, this is how it's gonna be. Either we're gonna be together or we're not. If you tell me we're gonna take a break, I'm telling you I don't do breaks. It's my way or no way. It's simple as that. Now we can't make this work, and we just need to go our separate ways. What we gonna take a break for? What a break gonna resolve? Let me know what is a break gonna resolve?
Well, I guess it would depend on the reasons for the break, right?
But also, I guess to clarify, how long of a break are we talking about? Are we talking about we broke up for a couple of months? Because because when I think about the immediate person I think about is Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, right? He had a break baby, and they were having difficulty having a child, and she kept losing. They were getting pregnant. The pregnancy wasn't successful, and then he had a baby on the break. He got a woman pregnant on the break, and they go ahead and they get back together. So I'm asking, to me, when I think of a break, I don't think of a long extended period of time. When you come back to me and you've told me that you've got another woman pregnant, to me that tells me that you were very comfortable. You got comfortable enough with her where you were like, you know what, F it. I'm about to throw these condoms out. I'm not going to be careful anymore. I'm going to be reckless. I'm going to do whatever.
You think
take the time off to recollect and reassess and figure out, okay, are we going to be back together?
You think it takes a man to be serious?
That's what no, but I'm saying in the sense of like, we are taking a break and we're trying to figure if we want to get back together. I'm not stupid to think that they may not have sex. But when you decide we're not going to be careful anymore, and there's a chance that I do want to get back with my girl and we're just, trying to figure things out, you said fuck it. To me at that point, you said F the relationship. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
But can I ask this question? And maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective, and I might get backlash for it. But I've been getting backlash all my life, so it don't matter. But if we're on a break, and this is serious, what I'm saying, if we're on a break, why should it matter what the other one does? I mean, if we're on a break and she's doing her own thing, we've said we're going to go on a break, and she goes out there and does her own thing, and I go out there and I do my own thing. Who cares? I mean, why should it matter? Now, again, I don't do breaks. Me, I'm just type, if it's done, it's done. When I walk out, I'm gone. It's just simple as that. But if we on a break, you do what you do, I do what I do. Why should anything matter?
Yeah, to Alex's point, she was saying, Alex, what you were saying is when people go on breaks, they use that time to think.
What I'm saying is that if we're in a relationship,
I think if you're on a break,
but okay, so maybe it's a matter of
the whole break.
Maybe it depends on who they're in a relationship or a matter of maturity. I'm thinking in itself, if we are in a serious relationship, we decide like, you know what, right now things are a little bit hectic between us, and we want to figure out, are we going to move forward or we're not going to move forward? Let's take a little break. Just give ourselves some time, some space to figure out what we want to do. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between, and we're going to put a time cap on it, versus we are broken up. I'm done with you. I'm not thinking about you. I'm not considering this. Like, there's no coming back from that. Those are two different things. So when I hear a break, right? When I hear a break baby, I'm thinking like we're in that between phase and we're trying to figure out, okay, do we want to give this another shot? Do we want to continue forward with this? So then when you pop up with another baby, or when you pop up with someone pregnant, it's just like, okay, was I ever on your mind? Did you ever have any thoughts about us coming back together?
That doesn't have anything to do with it. Most likely she got pregnant because you were on that person's mind. And most of the time men live in their feelings. So if a man is to a point where they're taking a break, he's hurt, right? So go out for a few drinks. His friends are probably in relationships. Nobody's trying to chill with him. He meets somebody. Something happened. I mean, as adults, real adults, regardless of maturity level it could happen.
So let's say
if you and a man agreed to a break, and that's an interesting perspective you had, Alex. That is interesting to hear that, and I think probably if in a mature relationship, if you explain it that way, a woman will think that. But a man explaining he's on a break is the Wild Wild West.
Well, no, I would be and I think that. So let me ask this then. Let's say you and your man or your dude or whatever it is, you guys break up for, let's say, or you're on a break for 3 months, and then you guys get back together, and then the other person that he's dealing with, oh, I'm pregnant. Are you going to stick around in being in a relationship with him, and you guys are trying to get back on one chord, one page, and then are you going to be with him knowing that he has another baby on the way? Would you?
Depends.
Depends on what? Because that's a real thing.
It depends on where we are in the relationship and if it's worth saving.
If we're
you can cut the potato. You can cut the potatoes. Say it depends on how good the dude is to you. Because if he was a piece of shit or an asshole, he probably wouldn't get that second chance after the break baby or not.
So. But I think, but since like with breaks, it's usually women who initiate that, right? So I feel like if a man does have a baby, you have to take some responsibility for that too. It's your fault.
Like to take him back, knowing that he has a child. To Sean's point that he made earlier, When I've decided to take this man back and he has all this additional stuff going on, I also have to, in piece of that forgiveness, I have to accept that this is now part of his life. This is going to be a part of our life. And that's why I said, for me, I don't have that level of maturity. You can call it petty, you can call it whatever you want. No, that's not for me.
But don't
so, like, Issa Rae's situation and Insecure. No.
I don't know.
Not gonna do
watch that shit.
But they look all cool. They was a family unit at the end, right? She was playing with the toys or something. Don't go, Alex.
Yes, it's no for me.
I'm never gonna be your first. Like, we'll never have that first experience together. That is a no.
Well, yeah, especially if you don't have kids already. I guess maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's
different.
Yeah.
So you guys are saying that everybody. So you would be able to bounce back though if he or she was getting cheeks
and not getting the person pregnant. On break that like that's what's happening. Nobody's taking the time and going to prayer service. That's Alex.
I did not say that. I did not say
if everybody's being adults, that's not what happens on breaks.
So you're saying that if they on what's a feasible break? A month? So let's say it's a month break. You saying that he should be smashing and she should be getting smashed, and you saying that's fine?
No, it's not. It's nobody talks about it, but we're all adults and knows what happens on the breaks. Like, so nobody makes an agreement. No, in the agreement, you guys probably have conversations. Oh, I've been thinking about you. No, I just been home and this and that. But that's not what's going on. It's just not. It's just not.
That's why to Adrian's point, that there's some accountability, because as a man, you're not going to initiate a break. You know what, baby? We've been having a rough time. We need to take some time away. You're not doing that. One, because you don't want nobody smashing your girl, right? You don't want that. Yes, you're not gonna volunteer to break yourself as a man.
Yeah.
So in turn, when it does happen, I think there's a little bit of guilt that plays into a woman's accountability. Like, okay, maybe it was my fault, right, wrong, or indifferent, but maybe it was my fault that he did get somebody knocked up during our break because I told him we needed some time apart. There may be a little bit of guilt in there too.
Yeah, I don't think that, and I think some women try to use that as as like the ultimatum or as a manipulation tactic to get something that they want, maybe marriage, maybe whatever it is that, like, well, I'll take a break. I think that people shouldn't play with fire that way unless you really mean it.
Yeah, I'm not taking no break.
Yeah, me either.
Because if I don't even like.
Yeah, taking a break, that could be real detrimental to your relationship.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of people recover from it, like a mutual break. Like, oh no, we're, again, not initiated by a man, but we're both sitting down, had this conversation that we need to, get some air or something like that. I can see like, hey, I'm gonna stay at my house for a few days, you stay at your house for a few days or whatever like that. But if you have a schedule like, oh, it's been a month, 2 months, 3 months, that's tough.
Yeah,
that's tough. That's tough to recover from.
So people still be doing breaks?
Marriage.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, like are people still doing like breaks?
I mean, I don't know. It's just, to me, either we together or I don't know. Either we together or we not. I don't know.
Or people try to rekindle. Maybe you try to break up and then, you realize that, I want to give it a second try. Those are, I guess technically those are breaks.
But that's what I'm saying. How would that be a break though? That I don't think that would really classify.
For example, like people could file for a divorce, right? Like, no, this marriage is done. I don't want to be with you anymore. So they go their separate ways, and for whatever reason, they find themselves back together. Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, for an example, right? Where Jada got all this slack. But the thing is that they had separated. They were no longer participating in their marriage. But it looked crazy to everybody else because, but when you get back together, that's what happens. And so now Will is a meme.
Yeah.
Well,
because of a break, which they had a mutual agreement. Will was probably doing whatever, but you have to be able to take that on the chin because that's what happens when you split.
So then what about a baby that pops up while you're in the relationship? Just
Their babies don't pop up while you're in a relationship.
They do? Like, okay, let's put it on the table that someone is married.
That's cheating.
Yeah,
that's a harder pill to swallow.
Yeah, that's cheating, and that's a no.
So with that, and I agree with you, it is cheating. But would you stay or would you leave? So let's say, for example, if you are married, would you leave just because the individual cheated, and you can get through that, or would you leave that, or would you be more apt to leave because they cheated and they also had a child?
I think when people leave because of cheating, a lot of times it's because of embarrassment more so than cheating. So people are more likely to take their partner back for cheating, both men and women, if nobody knows about it. If it's not somebody that's from around the way or whatever, you could probably get through it. It's the embarrassment that usually dissolves the relationship, not the cheating. You could get over something. Well, I don't really know here, and I could, whatever, y'all could get over that. But if you know, or it's a reminder, or somebody found out about it, or now people in the circle know what's going on, it's harder to recover from that.
It has a lot to do with, again, your relationship too. If, whoever cheats on who, well, it doesn't really go the other way. Men don't really take women back who cheat on them, right? But
that's not true.
That's true.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, I don't
Men
know
don't talk about it. Men don't talk about it and pretend like that doesn't happen.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
I know several women. I mean, marriages where men have done some wild. They take their wives back. Pastors.
Well, that I'm sure there are cases that happens. I'm sure there are, but I think it has a lot to do with how you've been treated in the relationship. If a woman is on her last straw and she found her dude been sleeping around, or like Alex said, a baby pops up, you can cancel Christmas. It's over, right? But if she can, hit all the check boxes, like, well, dang, I was being taken care of, and I had this and I had that. I think your relationship has a lot to do with the recovery period too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think niggas ain't. I mean, I think there's some outliers, but I doubt I couldn't unsee that ever. You know what I mean? Like, if the wife slept with somebody else, I probably wouldn't be free anyway. But you know what I mean? Like, no, that wouldn't. That's not a thing. I couldn't. You can't live that. You can't go to sleep. Like, you can't even sleep. You feel me? I know what faces she make now. Somebody,
You just getting mad thinking about it.
Huh?
You just getting mad thinking about it.
Yeah, man. Nah, hell no. B.
Peace, y'all.